Hey everyone, the last Shoegazer here. Welcome back to another Freaky Finds pickup video. Hope you guys are doing well. Have a number of cool additions to share with you guys. This first one that I'm going to kick things off with, I actually did a pretty in-depth unboxing earlier this past week. So feel free to check that out if you're kind of curious what it has to offer. And that is the limited Arrow box set of Waterworld. Really impressed with this release. It's 3 discs that includes the theatrical cut as well as the extended TV cut and the even more extended Ulysses cut. So nice 3-disc limited edition here from Arrow Video. This is my first box set from them to kind of expand my Arrow collection in a new way. This was always a favorite of mine, and yeah, like I said, check out my unboxing from this week. There's a lot of really cool stuff, including a really nice full poster of the cover here, as well as this artwork here with Kevin Costner, his face kind of integrated in that flip side artwork as well. So nice 2-sided poster, 3-disc box set here. Really sharp. Really impressed. Full color limited booklet. So yeah, really happy with this edition of one of my favorites that I wish would get more credit. And switching things up here, one of my longtime favorite bands from back in college years. My favorite album from them is Magnetic North, and then they kind of went on a bit of a hiatus for a while and have come back super strong. That is Hope's Fall with their new album Arbiter. It sounds really great. I've heard the songs on YouTube. Haven't opened this up yet, but just got this from Amazon Prime. Not sure why I didn't add this to my CD collection earlier, being such a huge fan, but yeah, I kind of forgot that they had actually released it, and I was enjoying digital copies of it so much, but I am a CD guy, so I needed to get this. So there's the tracks on that. I would definitely recommend checking this out if you're a fan of, you know, the hard rock, metal, little bit of heavy screaming kind of stuff, but also surprisingly ambient and very melodic. But these guys bring a lot of power and passion to the table, and I would definitely recommend checking out Hope's Fall. Some of their earlier stuff was a little bit more like screamy, hardcore, but they've since kind of moved over the past like 3 albums in a little bit more of a melodic direction, a little more actual singing mixed in with the heavy stuff. But that is Arbiter from Hope's Fall. And this next one is, I believe, a Mill Creek release. The company is actually Xenon Pictures, but I'm kind of impressed to see such a release at Walmart. And this is one I've always been curious about, and that is good old Dolomite. The Blu-ray DVD combo pack here. I'm not a huge fan of like kung fu movies, but yeah, I thought that sounded great. I have seen clips of this. I've heard about this, you know, for some time now, but I was kind of surprised to find this at Walmart, around like $14. But check out the trailer for this. It's actually pretty pretty explicit, but it kind of frames this thing pretty well. There's some special features there, but there's the Xenon Pictures logo, and on the spine there. And they had I think the follow-up to this too. I kind of forget what that's even called, but yeah. So there's Dolomite, and if you guys want the code for it, I typically don't use these, so have at it if you want to add this to your library. And then different artwork there on the DVD, so I thought that was pretty cool. So definitely check that out if you'd like to use that code. First come, first serve. So that is Dolomite. Excited to check that out from Xenon Pictures. But yeah, it did have a Mill Creek sticker on it, and that's what it has. Yeah, on the disc, and yep, millcreekentertainment.com. So cool. I'm excited to check that out. Let me know if you've seen that, what you think of that. There's also like a box set at Walmart that includes a number of sequels, including Dolomite. I didn't realize there were that many, but I decided just to get the first one. And then for my Slashback Saturday review, one that I actually had in a double feature with The Forest from Code Red on DVD, I this week decided to upgrade to the Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray of Don't Go in the Woods Alone. Yeah, so if you're kind of curious to hear my thoughts on this, check out my entry into my buddy Joe, the Horror Man's Slashback Saturday review. This was my pick, and it was definitely a fun, wild, and crazy time. A lot of cheese, a lot of gore. Yeah, just it's a really fun, over-the-top slasher in a lot of ways. It's pretty much over the top in every sense of that phrase in a horror movie. But yeah, I really like the artwork here. 88 Films has a nice edition as well that doesn't have that yellow and like cool tree outline artwork there. But they both feature the 2K restoration. I think they're both like a 2-disc like combo pack. However, the special features here, as compared to the 88 Films one, I think 88 Films has a making of featurette, whereas this one, what you're looking at there is what you get. But I was impressed with the transfer. I'm happy I have this in my collection. As you guys know, I'm a huge fan of like Friday the 13th, The Burning, more recently Madman, checking that out for the first time a couple weeks ago. I kind of, in my review, said it sort of felt like that, only a very, very cheesy version of that, kind of mixed with like the vibe of Deliverance. So yeah, that's Don't Go in the Woods Alone from Vinegar Syndrome. And speaking of Deliverance and wilderness slashers, I hopped on to Ronin Flicks soon after they announced a couple new releases, and I picked up Rituals. Nice limited slipcase here with the original artwork. I'll show that in a second, but the opening to this video I showed the limited folded poster, which is the same artwork here. And I'm still kind of flattening that out and getting ready to put that up on my my wall in our back room where I do a lot of these Freaky Finds videos. But yeah, I'll just kind of show this. I'm really, really happy to have this in my collection. I've heard really great things about it, and I like to support Scorpion Releasing, Ronin Flicks. They always, take good care to package things, and everything always comes like, no loose discs or banged up anything to return. So your investment's kind of protected. But yeah, if you want to see the synopsis there, I was impressed by this. This was kind of cool. Makeup Carl Fullerton, who worked on Friday the 13th, parts 2 and 3, part 2 being my personal favorite, so cannot wait to see this. There's the special features. It is all region, rated R. I don't believe there's an unrated cut here, but there is a new HD scan. But yeah, check out the trailer to this. Definitely feels like kind of an old school like kind of version of Deliverance in my opinion. But yeah, I'll just kind of show the original artwork here, which I really like as well. And it pretty much just says the same thing, just different. Kind of like that brownish text instead of the red that they used here with the font there. Yeah, really happy with this. Cannot wait to see it. Super happy that I got it in my collection now. So that is Rituals from Scorpion Releasing. Got that from Ronin Flicks. I would definitely recommend picking that up while they still have the limited posters and the slipcover here. Yeah, really nice, sharp release. And next, one that I actually have in like a collection pack. I don't know how the transfer is on that one. I have yet to see it in that pack. But I decided to pick up, I think this is actually my first Synapse Films release, and that is Curtains. This is one that's been like off and on my pickup list for like over a year now. I've heard really good things about it. And yeah, I've always been kind of wanting to add a little bit more Synapse to my collection. And I found a nice copy of this going at a really good price on eBay. Everything was, taken really good care of. So kind of like with, Don't Go in the Woods, I do have, a different version of this, but when I come across a nice Blu-ray copy that's kind of hard to find at a really good price, if I find it at a great price and it's, listed as like new or very good, and the seller is, kind of detailed with the condition and everything like that, I always appreciate that, and I usually pull the trigger on it. So yeah, this the killer, like especially like the ice skating scene, I've seen that a few times. Everything just looks really, really creepy, and just sounds awesome. So I'm really glad that I got the Blu-ray of this to add to my collection. Comes with a really cool 2018 product catalog. Shows a lot of different editions they have, different titles. I really love the artwork there. And let's see here. I think she's behind this too. Yeah. Talk about a super creepy and unsettling killer. But yeah, if you're kind of curious about this, just check out the Curtains like lake ice skating scene. It's on YouTube. The version I watched was kind of grainy, looked almost like VHS rip or something like that. But yeah, nice, lot of special features. 2K transfer, you can't beat that. The 2 and 4K transfers of these oldies but goodies from the 80s. So that is Curtains from Synapse Films. And from good old Hamilton Book, I actually haven't placed an order with them for a couple of months there, but I've given them like a ton of business. They have really cool, kind of random and surprising, like out of print stuff, and the boutique labels, the collector's editions and stuff. And sometimes you hook into a Scream Factory edition where like the slipcover's like since gone out of print, but all of a sudden you get it in your Hamilton Book order because they had like a stockpile of some ones that still have those cool limited features. But this is from Kino Lorber, part of the Redemption line, which I'm new to. This is my first edition, and I actually have another one on deck here to show you guys, but this is Schizo from Pete Walker. I've heard really good things about this. It looks awesome. I love the trailer, everything I've seen of it. This is number 25. Yeah, really cool, like extra artwork here. But I have a couple of titles from Kino Lorber now. But yeah, this Redemption line and Pete Walker, I am new to. So I thought I would kick this, you know, collection off with Schizo. I'm not sure how much I'll pick up from Redemption. But yeah, whatever, you know, Kino puts out, it's usually pretty pristine and lots of nice special features, and the transfer looks great, and their releases always look really nice. So that is Schizo from Pete Walker, Redemption. And then number 27, I'm not sure what 26 is. Or actually, yeah, so the first one was 25 and this is 27. So I'm kind of curious what number 26 is. This is The Comeback, which looks really, really creepy and unsettling from Pete Walker still. I thought this was kind of cool. Deliberately rub people the wrong way. But yeah, just look at that, man. That is really horrific. But yeah, number 27 looks like an awesome time. I guess he's, I think he's an actual like artist from back in the 70s. I kind of forget what his name is here. I'm sure it says it. Let's see. Yeah, Jack Jones. There they even mention Schizo. So yeah, I guess a nice little continuation of the Redemption line here. Check out this scene on YouTube. It looks awesome. Very gory. Very, you know, kind of like reminiscent of that killer in Curtains almost. So check that out. But yeah, I'm excited to add a couple of these Redemption editions to my collection from Pete Walker. So let me know, guys, without any spoilers, what you think of Schizo and The Comeback. I love what I've seen so far of these, but I'm definitely new to them. Yeah, and this next one, this is from Raro Video, Cinema Art Visions, from director, I believe, Reno D. Silvestro. This is a film I've not heard much about, but being a massive werewolf movie fan, this looks awesome. This is good old Werewolf Woman that I believe came out before like An American Werewolf in London and The Howling, those classics. So it didn't quite do as well as those more iconic films that I absolutely love, in addition to a number of other werewolf films. Of course, Silver Bullet being my childhood favorite. But yeah, this is my first edition in my collection from, I believe you pronounce it, Raro Video. And then I don't believe I have anything from Silvestro. But yeah, I love the cover. I would show a little bit more of the inside. The disc is kind of just plain black, but there is a booklet that comes with it. And I'm not going to show that because it's kind of explicit. So yeah, I'm once again impressed with what Hamilton Books sends. Nice, unique collector's editions here from unique companies, usually including the booklets and the slip covers and all the bells and whistles. So yeah, I decided to pick this up and check it out and add it to my werewolf movie collection. So yeah, I'm going to bring another pile over here and show you guys a little bit more of what I found today when I was out and about with my son. All right, so on to the next pile here. I went with my son to a couple different places that I usually don't get to more than maybe once every couple of months, but usually find some good deals. We also swung into Best Buy. My wife and daughter are dress shopping. My wife's oldest sister is getting married this coming summer in Ireland, so we're all gearing up for a trip overseas. towards the end of next summer, and I thought, you know what, they're having a cool day together, so I'm going to go take my boy out and do some guy stuff and check out some movies. And yeah, here's what we found. This first place is called Big Lots. It's kind of like an overstock, like discount kind of place. And I found a cool double feature of Robert De Niro here. I mainly got it for Killing Season. This is one that I was really, really impressed by. I feel like it was on Netflix maybe like earlier last year, maybe like 2 years ago. Has John Travolta too. Just two wonderful actors, just squaring off. I'm not going to give anything away, but really, really cool, unique post-war kind of story of survival, kill or be killed, and the rivalry and the bond and the kind of almost fight to the death sort of situation here. Is really, really unnerving. I love the forest setting and the cabin. But yeah, if you haven't seen Killing Season, definitely check it out. It is awesome. And then Red Lights, I've heard good things about this. Has a great lineup. De Niro is a classic, and then Sigourney Weaver. Yeah, so that is a cool $3 Blu-ray combo pack there. Can't wait to see Killing Season on Blu-ray. And being a hunter and an outdoorsman myself, that kind of spoke to me and was very unsettling. And I don't really know much about Red Lights. I've heard some good things about it, but definitely share some thoughts on that one. And if you've seen this one, what do you think of Killing Season? Next one is, I love this film. I used to watch this I have it on VHS somewhere in storage. Yeah, I found a nice limited edition of Hannibal from Ridley Scott. I love Anthony Hopkins in this. Of course, follow-up to Silence of the Lambs, another favorite of mine. Julianne Moore kind of slipping into the scene here, and, knockout job, from both of them. But this is a really uncomfortable film, and yeah, I'm just really, really happy to find it. Has some awesome special features there, including a booklet. And this is a 2-disc special edition, which I'm sure is well out of print. But yeah, just really happy to have found that, and that was also $3. So you can't beat that. The first disc was a little bit scuffed up, but nothing too deep that I don't think it's going to play or anything. This is a 2-disc pack featuring 3 films from TGG Direct. So it's kind of like one of those Mill Creek companies. They get a hold of some titles and kind of release it a little bit cheaper. But I mainly got this for Snow White, A Tale of Terror. I love, not only Sigourney Weaver, but Sam Neill is one of my favorite actors of all time. Have never seen it. I've heard it's really dark, very disturbing. Yeah, and I'm kind of curious what they're going to do with that tale of Snow White. Almost picked that up over the summer at, geez, I'm blanking on it now, and I go there all the time. Oh, Second and Charles, geez. They had an edition of that one, but it was a little bit too pricey, and it was kind of scratched up, so I passed on it. So I'm glad I have a copy of it here. And then this is my first entry into the Darkman universe or series. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I do know a lot of people like that. I don't have the original, so I guess I'll have to get that now. But it has Darkman 2, and then Firestarter 2, rekindled. But yeah, I was impressed by the lineup there, especially Malcolm McDowell and good old Dennis Hopper. Don't know much about that. I remember seeing that cover before, and there again, I don't have the original Firestarter, and I should be ashamed to not have that in my collection. So yeah, just a nice 3-pack here. They all have the artwork on the discs, which I was kind of surprised. I thought it was just going to be plain, but you know, the two films there together, and then Darkman 2, The Return of Durant on a single disc there. So yeah, I was happy to find that. Once again, $3, brand new, can't beat that. And then this next one, good old Scream Factory, Hiding in the Darkness. And I already turned the insert around because I like this one a little bit better. This is 68 Kill, an IFC Midnight Scream Factory release. Thought the artwork here looked very, very 80s, very retro. Yeah, you guys know Scream Factory is my favorite horror releasing company. I have heard good things about this. I've seen it pop up randomly from time to time. Yeah, there's some really cool artwork here. But yeah, let me know what you think about this one if you've seen it. But that's the original artwork there that I flipped around. But that's, you know, that's cool too. And last but not least, I kind of took a chance on one here at Walmart. Actually, a Walmart that I usually don't go to. And this is The Vault with Francesca Eastwood, number of others there, and then James Franco. I mean, he's been rocking like pretty much every role, every movie that he gets involved in, and it seems like he's not like super picky about what he gets involved in. He's been in a lot of like indie stuff and major stuff. I admire him as an actor. I think he is very talented. But that, yeah, I don't know if we're getting into like a bank heist slasher or something more disturbing. I don't know, but it sounds like a cool horror film, and I don't really know anything about it. But yeah, some nice stills from the movie there. I feel like I've seen that shot before, but yeah, it sounds like it could be a good time. So let me know, guys, if you have seen this. And what I might be getting into, but this was in like the $3 or $4 grab bin. And I'm sorry, not last but not least, I have one more here. Got this one at Best Buy, and I've actually had this same exact copy in my hands probably 3 times over the past like 3 or 4 months. I already have the Well-Go release of the standard the Blu-ray combo pack with the out of print slip, but I could not pass up this artwork in this release, and this is good old Phantasm remastered from Don Coscarelli. I mean, just look at that. That is just sick. Just looks really, really great. You know, nice shine on it. Just cutting edge. Looks very pure. Kind of menacing. Very clean and crisp, but really awesome. So I'm not a massive Steelbook fan, but if it's done right and it's a classic film, you bet. They're just kind of advertising it there, but yeah, has like the canisters there, and I won't get that out. It's the same thing on the other side, but yeah, that's Phantasm. The nice Steelbook there. So that does do it, guys. That's the last one. Yeah, sorry. I hope I didn't do too much talking here. Just kind of wanted to relax and just share some new stuff with you guys. Yeah, it's going to end up being a pretty big video here, but I hope you're all doing well. And yeah, always curious to see what you guys pick up from week to week. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.